This presentation is brought to you by Arizona State University's Julianne Wrigley Global Institute of Sustainability and a generous investment by Julianne Wrigley.
What we really need to realize is that when we start designing, see, we don't start with numbers. You can't innovate with benchmarking. I work with Google. They didn't benchmark the Encyclopedia Britannica. See, if you start with metrics, like reduce numbers, you can get tactics like change your light bulb. You can get strategies like change all your light bulbs. And you can get to goals, 20% reduction by 2020. But you don't get to values from there. You're still in measurements. So what we do is we start with values. How do I love all the children, all species, for all time? What are my principles, the Hanover principles? Then we set our goals. Then we develop our strategies, our tactics. What do we do right now? And then we measure and watch what happens. Instead of just saying, I'll be efficient, we start by signaling our intention for what it would mean for us to be 100% good. Then, of course, we do efficiency because it'll help reduce the demand side. But it's insufficient, see? If you say I'm going to reduce my coal and nuclear to the minimum, you're still coal and nuclear. So if that's your intention, you're still there. But if you have another intention, right? What is it? And then we do effectiveness. And this is where the creative work happens, see? We start to think otherwise and we start to move it out. So the efficiency helps us a great deal, reduce our demand. But without innovation and principled work, we don't have leadership. We just have people following. So what we do is we created this chart that we use with our clients. And we just simply did the obvious thing to us, is we put the things we don't want underneath. 0. So we say, fine, we don't want toxic materials. Again, got it. We don't want toxins. We do want healthy, safe materials in metabolisms. Oh, got it. So let's go from here to here, there. And how do we do it? Oh, we reduce our badness, see? But now it's a trajectory. It's a good trajectory. It's a good thing to do. It's not sufficient, still in the red zone. So what does this look like? See, now we're onto something. So we can tell the kids, that's where we're going, up there, not 0. This stuff, we want to go to 0, sure. But we got to tell you what that is. Otherwise, you're left guessing. And this is design. It's your intentionality rendered visible. So that's what Cradle-to-cradle is. It's a positive strategy. It has 5 major dimensions. Materials are in biological or technical metabolisms. This is the main gift, I think, is that what Crick and Watson were describing, and later Crick with his nature of vitalism, is this metabolism. That's the thing to which he's referring. But what we're looking at with Cradle-to-cradle is a concept that I'm naming, and it's the first time I'm presenting it tonight. I call it recurrency. See? It's recurrency. And then we recapitalize. And then we do it over and over again for all generations. And so what is the role of the guardian, the state? Well, the state is very different from commerce, you see. The guardian is very slow, it's very serious, it reserves the right to kill, right? Go to war, execute criminals, and it can be duplicitous. CIA is legal. Right? But business, no. Business is fast, it's efficient, it's effective, and it's fundamentally honest, because I can't do business with somebody for very long if I'm not honest. So if you put the two together, you get what Jane Jacobs called monstrous hybrids, like the mafia, right? Does business, but reserves the right to kill. That's a problem, you know? So you gotta keep these two things separate, because the guardian slows down commerce. We heard today that the computer companies are worried that there are 50 standards being needed, because every state and country is feeling the need to express their standard, you know, because they're terrified. There's no uniform consciousness about things. But if the computer companies took on their own design assignments and said, oh no, we want it all back. This is our assets. You know, we don't want them telling us what to do with it, because then it gets all mixed up. Why don't you let us do it? But we have good intentions and we have a system. See, we don't have that. Guardian doesn't see us with good intentions. They don't see the system. They'll just say, lead free, right? Free of, that's all. So a regulation is a signal of design failure. The state has to step in and say, it's not okay for you to pollute this river, like that. So what does the regulator have? Sticks. EPA is in a very desperate situation today. They're not respected by industry. They're retreated into the corner. Congress is cutting their budgets. And it's people with sticks, right? So what we're saying is, what if you could offer industry, what if we could give you carrots big enough to use as sticks? Wouldn't that be interesting? Let's go hit them over the head with it. We'll go hit business, like think about it. All those projects I showed you, all those products, they're not regulated. That fabric is not regulated. There's nothing to regulate. There's no toxins. Why is it cheaper? There's no paperwork. Amazing. So our goal is a delightfully diverse, safe, healthy, and just world. Clean air, soil, water, power, and so on.
This presentation is brought to you by Arizona State University's Julianne Wrigley Global Institute of Sustainability for educational and non-commercial use only.